friends. How are you today? Good. Are you ready to learn about the letter M? Here is a big M and a little m. And M makes a sound like we're just about to eat the best thing in the world. Mmm, 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 mmm. That's the M sound. Mmm, mmm. Like mother or meat or malarkey. Those are all M words. All right, before we get started reading our M stories, we better sing our song so we're ready to listen. If you don't know the words, that's okay. You can follow along with your hands. We start like this, hands together like a sandwich. Open, shut them, open, shut them, give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them, put them in your lap, lap, lap. Good job. All right, the first story we're going to read is called Bunny Money. There's our M word, money. And we're reading, this is by Rosemary Wells. And it even has a character in it who has an M name. This is Max. And we're going to learn all about Max. Bunny Money by Rosemary Wells. We're reading this one with permission from Dial Books for Young Readers. Max's sister Ruby saved up a wallet full of money for Grandma's birthday present. "We're gonna buy Grandma a music box with skating ballerinas, Max," said Ruby. "Get your lucky quarter and let's go shopping." Ruby took $1 from her wallet to pay the bus fare. So, all right, she took one out. The bus stopped at Rosalinda's gift shop. In the window was a music box with skating ballerinas. "Isn't it beautiful, Max?" said Ruby. "Thirsty," said Max. "You may have a very, very small lemonade, Max," said Ruby. Next door at Candy's corner window were hundreds of vampire teeth. Max knew Grandma would love a set of teeth with oozing cherry syrup inside for her birthday. Do you think Grandma would like that? Would your grandma like that? Oh, okay. He bought them instead of the lemonade. $2, please," said Candy. Oh, see, now there's $3 missing from the wallet. Max wanted to make sure the teeth worked. He put them in. The teeth worked perfectly. What happened? He's got oozing cherry syrup all over. Ruby had to take Max to the laundromat. Soap cost $1. The washer cost $1. And the dryer cost another $1. Uh-oh. That's a lot of dollars missing out of the wallet, isn't it? "Money down the drain, Max," said Ruby. "Hungry," said Max. It was lunchtime. Max finished off a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, 2 coconut cupcakes, and a banana shake. Lunch cost $4. Uh-oh. There's only one $5 bill left in Ruby's wallet. "Money is running through our fingers, Max," said Ruby. They walked all the way back to Rosalinda's gift shop without spending another penny. I'd like to buy the music box with the skating ballerinas for Grandma's birthday, Ruby said to Rosalinda. It's $100, said Rosalinda. $100? said Ruby. The ice skates are made of real gold. Ruby looked in her wallet. The only thing left was, do you remember? A $5 bill. Here's an idea, said Rosalinda. Bluebird earrings that play Oh, What a Beautiful Morning are on sale for $4. Gift wrap is free. We'll take them, said Ruby. Ruby gave Rosalinda the $5 bill for the blueberry earrings and went to pick out wrapping paper. $4 for the earring, $1 change, said Rosalinda. You take care of this dollar, young man. What do you think Max is going to do with it? Oh, let's see. Max went back to Candy's corner. Glow-in-the-dark vampire teeth were half price. Most people like glow-in-the-dark vampire teeth much better than the oozing cherry kind, said Candy. Max bought a set for $1. Oh no, Max, said Ruby. You've spent our last dollar. How are we going to pay for the bus home? Max reached into his pocket. Out came his lucky quarter. Ruby used it for the telephone. Grandma will have to pick us up, said Ruby. I hope she won't be angry. Grandma was not angry at all. She was so thrilled. She played the musical bluebird earrings and wore the vampire teeth all the way home. The end. Oh, that is so silly. Look at all that money. Do you have money? Do you have a piggy bank, maybe? And sometimes you could count your money. You could look at your change or the coins and talk about how much each coin is worth. That's a good way to incorporate a little bit of math into your playtime and to get familiar with some numbers. All right, we are going to sing a song. It is a silly song. This is called 10 Little Mustaches. All right, here we go. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little mustaches, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little mustaches, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little mustaches, 10 little mustaches under your nose. Oh, my mustache fell down. There we go, let's see. Should we sing it again and I'll just keep my mustache on this time? Okay, here we go. We'll see if it'll stay. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little mustaches, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little mustaches, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little mustaches, 10 little mustaches under your nose. Can you put your mustache under your nose? Can you put your finger under your nose like it's a mustache? Very silly. All right, let's read another story. This one is called Mouse Mess. That's 2 M words right there. Mouse and mess. I like this book. It's silly. Mouse Mess by Lynnea Riley. And we're reading this one with permission from Scholastic. And remember, we've talked a couple times about dedications where the author will write who they wrote the book for in it. And this one says, "For my dad who loves cornflakes." That's interesting. Hush, hush, a little mouse is sound asleep inside his house. Do you see him? Yeah, he's right here. On the stairs, the sound of feet. Mouse is up. It's time to eat. Crunch, crunch. He wants a cracker. Munch, munch, a cookie snacker. This book is making me hungry. Crackle, sweep. He rakes cornflakes and jumps into the pile he makes. Crunch. I think that might be kind of like jumping into crunchy leaves. What do you think? Sniff, sniff, milk and cheese. Mouse would like a taste of these. Splish, splash, the milk spills out. Food is scattered all about. Sticky, gooey jam to spread with peanut butter smeared on bread. What did he make? What is that? Yes, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Do you like peanut butter and jelly? I do too. Tipping, slipping, sugar falls. Pour and pat make castle walls. He's making sand castles out of brown sugar. Olives, pickles, catsup, fun. Pop the tops off one by one. Pop, pop, pop. Mouse steps back. He looks around. He can't believe the mess he's found. Who made this awful mess? Asks Mouse. These people need to clean their house. Did the people make the mess? No, you're right. Mouse made the mess. Gurgle, bubble, water flows, soaks the jam between his toes. Now that Mouse is clean and fed, he leaves the mess and goes to bed. The end. Let's see if we can see the kitchen if there was a mess before Mouse got in there. Here's his house. Here he's sneaking up. You can't really tell. We can't really tell, can we? No, that's okay. I think the house was probably clean before Mouse got into everything. All right. So our next song is about a mermaid. This is called Have You Ever Seen a Mermaid? And we're going to swim. We're going to pretend to swim. Swim this way, and then we're going to swim that way. All right, here we go. Have you ever seen a mermaid, a mermaid, a mermaid? Have you ever seen a mermaid swim this way and that? Swim this way and that way and this way and that way. Have you ever seen a mermaid swim this way and that? Have you? I haven't seen a mermaid, no. All right, now we have a mermaid. She's gonna swish her tail. So we're gonna swish our tail. We're gonna pretend our arm. You could use both arms if you want. We'll use both arms. We're gonna swish our tails. Have you ever seen a mermaid, a mermaid, a mermaid? Have you ever seen a mermaid go swish with her tail? Swish this way and that way and this way and that way. Have you ever seen a mermaid go swish with her tail? What other things could mermaids do? Have you seen a mermaid dive into the ocean? Have you ever seen a mermaid, a mermaid, a mermaid? Have you ever seen a mermaid dive this way and that? Dive this way and that way and this way and that way. Have you ever seen a mermaid dive this way and that? Mermaids can do lots of different things, can't they? Yes. All right, let's read one more story. This one is very silly. Are you ready for a silly story? Okay, all right, I warned you, very silly. This is called giant meatball. Let's find out about this giant meatball. Giant Meatball! Words and Pictures by Robert Weinstock. And we're reading this one with permission from Harcourt. On the outskirts of a snoozy little town, not so very long ago, there lived a giant meatball. For years and years, the giant meatball bompled and bounced his way along the riverbeds in total bliss. Though he could not say from whence he came, the meatball was as proud and round as a planet. "Howdy, bondy, moundy me," he would sing as he churned through the pastures and the fields. Looks like he's bouncing the cows and the pigs and the chickens. The townsfolk did not think the giant meatball quite so grand. "He terrifies the cabbages and disquiets the cows," mooed the farmer. "He sullies our jellies and jeopardizes our jams," boiled the marmalade maker. "All that romping and ramping is too much, much too much," stewed the librarian. Oh, not the librarian. "Maybe he doesn't know what he's doing," said the mayor. "So let's ask him to be a dash more considerate and everything will be peachy." Do you think that's going to work? Do you think if they ask the meatball to not bounce around so much that he will stop? I don't know. Let's find out. When the farmer next saw the meatball, he sheepishly asked, "Maybe you could wait until after my beauties are done grazing?" But the giant meatball was too woozy with whirling and whistling to listen. When the marmalade maker next saw the meatball crashing about the raspberries, he sweetly asked, "Maybe you could try not to crush so many?" But the giant meatball was too giddy from trouncing to hear. And when the librarian next saw the meatball yipping near the public library, she put a stern finger to her lips and shushed. "Shh!" But the giant meatball was too dizzy with the sound of his own music to care. Ever hopeful, the mayor commissioned a sign painter to make giant signs with tips on neighborly living. But the only thing the meatball managed to read was his name. "They love me," he sighed. This is actually not really neighborly tips. It says, "Meatball, buzz off." That's not very nice. Flattered as he was, the giant meatball decided to whisk through the center of town, sending puddles and hats and poodles and cats flying in his wake. He swerved and sloshed his way about. "They can't get enough of me," the giant meatball giggled. The townsfolk were beyond fed up. "Let's give that meddlesome meatball the boot," cried the cobbler. "Baloney," barked the mayor. "I will personally give the giant meatball a good talking to." Is that going to work? I don't know. The next morning, the mayor waited outside of town so she and the giant meatball could talk privately. She was still waving her arms for him to slow down when he gaily flattened her like a pancake. Good gravy, the giant meatball bubbled. I must be the most scrumptious thing ever if the mayor is greeting me. And indeed, he was. Uh-oh, what do you think is under there? The meatball? That's what happens when you're naughty, I guess. And if you're a meatball, not if you're just naughty. If you're a meatball and you're naughty, you get et. All right. Well, friends, that is all the time we have for today. We read some really silly stories. So, we need to say goodbye. We need to sing our goodbye song. So, down here, I'm going to play my ukulele, but up here in the corner, I'm going to do the actions to the song. The song is called Skin-a-ma-rink, and you can do the actions along with me. Here we go. Skin-a-ma-rinky-dinky-dink, skin-a-ma-rinky-doo, I love you. Skin-a-ma-rinky-dinky-dink, skin-a-ma-rinky-doo, I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening underneath the moon. Oh, skin-a-ma-rinky-dinky-dink, skin-a-ma-rinky-doo. I love your singing. I love you, we're all terrific. I love you, I'll catch you next time. I love you, boop boop be doo. Mwah! All right, friends, I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.